Hello everyone, once again welcome to my channel. My name is Shiva Krishnan and I upload videos related to data analytics and its tools such as Excel, Power BI, and I also upload videos related to AI. So in case you are new to my channel, I would like to extend a warm welcome to all of you, and to the existing subscribers, thank you very much for staying connected with me till now. I genuinely appreciate your support. And to those who have not watched my earlier videos, I would request you to watch those earlier videos. I would encourage you to watch most of them, okay, because they are going to help you in upskilling, especially when it comes to data analytics and AI, okay. So today's video is going to be very, very exciting because I will be creating three different AI agents in this video, all right. So first will be um, application bot, okay. And before I do that, I also would like to let you know that what's the purpose behind this. It's because I want to um, automate the HR workflow, all right. In HR world, the human resource team often has a lot of struggles when it comes to collecting resumes, okay, and then forwarding to the hiring manager team, okay, to the hiring team, and then scheduling the um, shortlisted candidates uh, to the next round, or informing the status of the rejected candidates as well. So there is a lot of back and forth and a lot of efforts that go, and I really want to smooth ensure that that becomes pretty much smoother and seamless. Okay, so here in a nutshell, I will just explain with the help of AI what's the purpose behind doing it. Okay, benefits of HR workflow automation, and you can see clearly using three AI agents. Application bot, evaluation agent, and scheduler. I hit enter and AI will give us the detailed benefits. Okay, so the first is that it streamlines the candidate intake. So it automates the process of resume parsing, okay, form collection and data entry to HR system. Due to that, there is a lot of reduced panel errors, faster response time, and improved candidate experience. All right, that's one major benefit. In case you're wondering what's the meaning of parsing, um, let's write that to AI. Meaning of word parse, so that you also understand, like, okay, what does this mean? It means to break something down into parts for analysis. And I'll ask in HR context, what does it mean? In HR context, what does parsing mean? Parsing mean, okay, means to resume, means automating the process of extracting and structured information from resumes, so so that recruiters can quickly identify qualified candidates. So it's, in short, it means screening. Screening, okay. Now that's the simplest way to put it. Okay. Um, all right. So there is a little bit difference. So AI has clarified that parsing means the software reads a resume and breaks into structured field. All right. And it's about the data extraction. And screening means if the candidate is fit for the role or not. All right. So here's the first part. All right. The manual errors are reduced. The response times are faster. Candidate experience is improved. Okay. That's the first part. All right. Second part is that second benefit because of AI evaluation agent. All right. Is it uses predefined criteria, skill, experience, qualification to shortlist candidates quickly. So there's a reduction in bias because of that, and data-driven insights and scalability. So in other words, if there's a human, who was to sit down and evaluate the candidate, so a human may be completely little bit biased and all that, but AI is going to be pretty much standardized evaluation metric, okay, to minimize the unconscious bias in hiring. All right, and then due to that, large applicant pools, uh, it, large applicant pools can be handled really very well. Okay, so since it is automated, it's very much quicker and very much faster. All right, and scheduler agent, it helps in efficient interview coordination. It reduces a lot of back and forth. Um, it helps in optimizing time and candidate convenience. So, for from the perspective of employer, if the candidate experience is really much better, that candidate will recommend that company to other friends of his own as well. Okay, and if the company is able to onboard many candidates, then the company is going to earn more revenue. Okay, so it's kind of a win-win for HR team, the candidates, as well as the company. All right, and now um, in simpler words, the applicant bot, okay, the first AI agent. So in human, real HR world handled by humans, the equivalent of that, the human equivalent is recruitment coordinator, and that's what application bot will do. Okay. The second is the evaluation agent, in and the human equivalent of that in real HR world is hiring manager or the recruiter. Okay. And the third, which is the scheduler AI agent, all right, the human equivalent of that is HR scheduling coordinator. So, in a nutshell, you're going to, create three different AI agents, and you're going to literally be able to do the job of three different people by automating that. All right, and obviously, it does not mean that HR jobs are going away or something like that. It only means that a company can um, focus more on the value addition thing and do a lot of scalability and all that. Okay, so let's get started with creation of our first AI agent. All right, here I have this, and also in case if you're wondering that why I'm using the online notepad, is because if I were to use the desktop application, then that will interfere with recording of this video and also the creation of AI agent. Okay, I already have so many other tabs open because I do um, experimentation with AI on a frequent basis. All right, so I'll click on new agent, and I mentioned this entire thing here, and I click on generate with AI. Um, I'm not sure. Okay, internet was not connected, so let me connect to internet. It'll take some time. And now I'll click on generate with AI. And in some time, it'll complete the generation. Okay, so here we have this entire prompt ready. All right, I'll be removing the unnecessary parts, and I will also explain in detail because I went through a lot of trial and error. Okay, and I don't want to go through the uh, technical nitty-gritties. Otherwise, I'll not be able to explain in one entire video. I hope that makes sense to you, and I hope you're able to understand that. Okay, I want to make sure that the viewer experience is quite smooth. All right, because today here you guys are here to learn something, right? So I want to make the experience quite seamless and quite fruitful. All right, so I'll be removing the unnecessary parts from this entire prompt. Okay, let me remove this. All right, so now I will explain right from the beginning. Okay, so background information. So in other words, you are giving the whole idea about what you expect from the AI agent. Okay, from this data extraction specialist. All right, from the application bot, what do you expect, so that it has a complete understanding of what is needed from that AI agent. All right, so that's the background information. So here is a prompt. You are an expert HR data extraction specialist. Your role is to transform unstructured resume documents into high fidelity machine readable JSON profiles. JSON, that is for the technical part. You possess deep understanding of global resume formats, industry standard skill taxonomies, and academic credentials. You serve as the initial automated touch point for candidates beginning their interview process. All right, so that's the expectation. And now you're instructing AI. So it's like, giving the command and to let AI know that how it is supposed to behave, okay, and how it is supposed to function. All right. So the first part is initial interaction. Welcome the candidate and request they upload their resume in PDF, Word, or text format. And the data parsing. Okay. It'll extract the professional information, including contact details, education, experience, and skills. And then it'll move towards the standardization. It'll structure the data into JSON schema with following fields: candidate ID, job applied, contact, blah blah, etc. etc. Contact, education, experience, skill, certifications, law. So this part is more towards the technical side, okay, and that is part and parcel of the AI agent to be able to understand so that it can operate that. So that's more for the technical side. Then identify the management, generate a unique candidate ID using the format, and that again is a technical side. Quality assurance, assign a pass confidence score and validate that. So in other words, all this part, um, candidate confirmation, one parsing is complete, respond only with thank you for submitting your name as per the resume. Your profile has been parsed successfully and is now ready for evaluation. All right, so whole idea is that you're giving step by step instruction to AI that this is how it has to function. Okay, so even in real world, the HR coordinator, all right, the first part, recruitment coordinator or administrative assistant in real world, they are also being trained on doing this. So when you do this manually, there is a lot of it's very much tedious uh, for the teams as well. And now when we automate that, it becomes pretty streamlined, seamless, and very efficient. Okay, and on the response framework part, so while it's responding, it's identifying the language and document structure, and extraction part, it does map. I'll explain this as well. Uh, Give me a moment, okay? Okay, so in the background, right, when it does the processing, it does check whether the schema requirements they are met, and if some fields are missing or something like that. And then it does generate a score, and finally the output. It provides a standardized confirmation message to the user while maintaining the structured data internally. Okay, this is for the technical side of thing. All right, and then here is also some guidelines. Again, things to keep in mind for the AI agent, that what format it will accept, all right, and how it does categorizing skill, confidence score, and all that. Okay, so I'll click on create and I'll just check that I'm connected to internet. Okay, so this has been created. HR data extraction specialist, or I can use some other names. Last AI have created in Mindpal. Suggest some titles because I've already done it, so I don't want this to be confusing for me later on when I review this. Okay, so it has given the acknowledgement as well. Talent flow application bot, smart hire intake assistant. This sounds pretty cool and glamorous. Recruitees application manager, job stream bot, candidate connect. I'll select this, smart hire intake assistant. Give me some time. Seems my system is stuck, and I'll appreciate your patience. I'll paste the title here. Okay, let's see if this AI agent is working. Say hi. It starts thinking. All right, so here it says that welcome to the candidate intake process. Okay, I'm here to begin a journey, and it's asking me to upload a resume. And I click on upload button, and I have a lot many folders here. I'm just checking the right folder. Okay, it's in the process of being attached. Will take few minutes. This video is going to be a little longer. Okay, so I request you to be patient, and when it comes to learning a new skill, time has to be invested, right? And by the way, I just learned on my own through experimentation with AI, through a lot of back and forth, having a lot of conversation with AI, and then I was able to learn. I'll continue to polish this skill because this is going to be very much beneficial, and this will be expected in upcoming years. Okay, uh, not sure. If this is getting uploaded or not. I'll disconnect and connect to AI again. Okay. Uh, okay. Seems that I need to start all over again. Not a problem. Let's try this again. Okay, I'll directly select this resume. Okay, I'll say please find attached. Please find attached resume. All right. And now it does the processing. It will take some time. Okay. So here it is given the output message as well. Thank you for submitting a resume. It has indicated the candidate's name. Your profile has been parsed successfully and is now ready for evaluation. Fantastic. So our first AI agent is a success. All right. And now I'll move towards the creation of next AI agent, which is the evaluation part. And this is the most important AI agent. Okay. So I'll copy this whole thing and I'll explain in detail. All right. You may have to be a little bit patient because I'm using uh, earphone in one hand. I don't have the hands-free microphone um, as of now, but I'll be getting that in some time. Um, let's. I do have some kind of challenges, and I'm trying to handle that. Okay. And by the way, I just like to remind you that this type of content is available in paid courses, and you're getting this for free. So do not ignore any part of this video. Okay. All right. So I've selected all of this. I've copied this. I'll click on new agent and I'll paste the entire thing. And I'll click on generate with AI. In the meanwhile, I'll say give me some titles for evaluation agent, evaluation AI agent. It says talent evaluator, skill screen AI, hire sense agent, candidate insight, recruit check, assess bot, smart screen agent, next hire evaluator. Um, I'm feeling a little confused here. Should I select talent evaluator or should I select next hire evaluator? I think this is pretty much relevant and glamorous and professional as well. Okay, copy this and I paste the title. All right. Again, I'll remove the unnecessary part. These are the unnecessary part. Okay. So earlier, we created just one AI agent, right? But here we are going to create multiple AI agents, and that is the exciting part. And trust me, once you get fluent with agentic AI creation and also incorporated into multi-agent, multi-AI agent workflows. So when you automate your workflows, you'll be a very valuable person for any employer. All right. So here's the background information part, and it says that you are an expert HR evaluation specialist tasked with assessing candidate profile, against job requirement. Okay, so here we are given the background information that this AI agent understands that this is our expectation, that this AI agent has to do the initial evaluation. All right, and then it specializes in dynamic scoring that are just based on career level entry. So when I say dynamic, means, in simple word, it all is specific to that particular resume on that particular candidate's profile. Okay, according to that, it does the adjustment and does categorize whether it's career level, entry level, or mid level, or senior level, and then go does the rigorous professionalism validation. And its goal is to provide objective scoring across skills, experience, and education while ensuring every candidate meets modern ATS compliance professional standards. Okay? And the instruction: greeting. Upon first interaction, greet the user with the following exact message: Hello, I'm your expert HR evaluation specialist. Please upload your resume to continue the interview process. I'll evaluate profile against the job requirement and share the outcome with you. Okay? And it is asking if you have a job description for the role, you can provide it. Otherwise, I shall use a standard role profile. All right. And the second is it does the validation, the pre-scoring. So here in the instruction, the first is to I've instructed AI to greet. The second, it does the validation. Immediately reject if the input is non-professional chatter, jokes, or nonsense. So if someone does some kind of time pass or says something or writes something to kill time and not demonstrate any professionalism, that particular candidate will be automatically rejected. All right. So I've already said that. Okay. And then if the resume lacks required sections such as education, degree, institution, year, experience, or again all that, reject basis that also. And then reject for unprofessional tone within that resume. Okay, so in other words, it is checking for the structure, format, and the tone of the resume, whether it's professional and whether it's ATS compliant, etc., and whether does it meet HR modern HR standards. And the third thing is evaluation and scoring. So it scores, okay, basis a skill, experience, education, certification. It assigns a score between 0 to 10. And I will explain this in some time. Okay, and then it says calculate an overall score 0 to 100 using dynamic weighting. For entry level, it will assign particular score. For mid level, there'll be different type of score, and for senior level, obviously the score is different. And then it will come down to decision. Okay, whether to move forward, which is to shortlist a candidate. It will do that if the score is greater than 70. If it is less than 70 and it's in the range of 50 to 69, it will hold, and if it is less than 50, it will reject. Okay, communication. This is internal. Okay, this is only for the understanding of AI agent and not for public. Internal JSON, generate a full evaluation JSON for system use, never display to the candidate. All right. Candidate facing output, strictly polished, human friendly text, no code blocks or no technical structure. This is very important. Otherwise, it will come up with technical jargons which will leave the candidates confused and even frustrated, and they will not be able to understand what to expect. And then the response framework. So it will immediately identify the input, determine if the input is a valid resume, a JD, or non-professional text. This is very important. All right, so that it will filter out the non-professional ones and only accept the professional ones. And then the second is it will apply hard fail filters, check for structure, tone, and depth while it does the processing in the background. Okay, if failed, use a mandatory rejection template. And then third, dynamic scoring. If it's valid, then assess the candidate based on their seniority level against the GD. And then create internal record, formulate the internal JSON data containing all scores and notes. and then formulate the response. Provide the appropriate professional message based on score, advanced, hold or reject, and then the guidelines, the things that AI will keep in mind, AI agent will keep in mind. So if rejecting due to format tone, use this message as a reply. Thank you for submitting your resume. Unfortunately, format and presentation of your resume do not meet our professional standards. We are unable to move forward this time. Okay. If advancing, use thank you for. So in case if the AI agent decides to shortlist a candidate, then it will reply stating, thank you for submitting your resume, the candidate's name, your profile has been evaluated successfully. We are pleased to let you know that you have been shortlisted to the next round. Overall score. If the input is nonsensical, note internally candidate input does not create a valid professional resume. Resume responses are unprofessional and unsuitable for evaluation. Maintain a professional, concise, and reassuring tone at all times. Okay, so we have set all these expectations clearly with AI agent. So we have given the background, instruction, and guidelines, and also the response framework. Okay, so at every time when it has to respond, when it has to process, it has a framework properly set in. All right, and I'll click on create. I'll cross check I'm connected to internet. Oh yes, I am. I'll click on create. All right, so let's see how this is performing now. I'll say hi. This time I'll be doing time pass with AI agent, and let's see how this AI agent responds. Okay, so it's given the greeting. Hello, I'm your expert HR evaluation specialist. Please upload your resume to continue the interview process. I will evaluate the profile against the job requirement. Share the outcome. We have a job description for the role. You can provide it. So I'll do some time pass. Okay. Who's your favorite actor? And let's see what AI has to say. Or I'll say, who's your favorite musician? Okay. So it's AI agent is doing the thinking. All right. It has talked given my name, but okay. The format, presentation, communication do not meet a professional standard, and we are unable to move forward this time. Okay, it has taken my name because I'm logged in into this particular tool, right? So see, AI agent has properly detected that I'm killing time, right? How smart this is. This is really incredible, right? Um, you know, this could be a professional, this could be like a friendly conversation, but this has treated it as very unprofessional and not relevant. So, in a real HR world, also, this is how uh, the hiring manager will also treat that particular candidate as. Okay, so here it has detected properly that this person is doing time pass, this person is killing time, so therefore reject it. All right, fabulous. How smart AI is. All right, now I will do the proper interview process. I'll say, hi, I have come for interview. Okay, I have come for interview. And I genuinely appreciate your patience. I have come for interview. Okay, and I will come with the greeting. Hi, I'm your expert HR evaluation specialist. Please upload your resume to continue the interview process. Perfect. Let me click on this attachment and I'll go with this resume. And let's see. Because this at this stage I'm doing the testing, and you guys can clearly see how AI agent is responding in real time. Attaches the resume, or maybe I'll say resume attached. Okay, now AI is doing the thinking. Now it will do the evaluation. It will take some time. So thank you for submitting a resume. Your profile has been evaluated, and we are pleased to let you know that you have been shortlisted to the next round. Overall score 87.5 against 100. So far this is looking so good and fantastic that this AI agent is working as per our expectation. Now I'll do the testing again. Okay, this time I'll be using the resume to see if the candidate is getting rejected. Hi, I've come for interview. Come for interview. So again it will come up with a greeting, standard greeting. I'll cross check if I'm connected to internet. Sometimes we may have to refresh the page, and we may have to disconnect and connect to internet again, but that's okay. But there are tremendous benefits by doing the automation. I have come for interview. So it has come up with a greeting. It's asking me for upload your resume. Okay, as usual, click on attachment. Click on this, and let's see if AI. What does this AI agent do? I'll just say attached, and it'll do the evaluation. In other words, this will be the screening. Okay, see, it has rejected the candidate. Thank you for submitting your resume. Unfortunately, format and presentation of the resume do not meet our professional standards, and we are unable to move forward this time. Wow. So although the candidate is professional, right, but in while communicating with the HR agent, AI agent, however, this AI agent does not have uh, proper resume format. So due to that, AI agent clearly rejected it outright. Fantastic, right? So how smart this AI agent is. So with this, we have finally, launched two different AI agents, and the last part is the scheduling. Okay, so in other words, the human equivalent of that is a HR scheduling coordinator. So once the candidate um, submits a resume to the application bot, okay, HR coordinator, then the HR coordinator forwards that to the evaluation AI agent, the equivalent of that being hiring manager. So once the hiring manager does his pre-screening of the candidate and decides the candidate as a perfect fit, then that hiring manager will then forward to the um, senior most person in the organization, right, to the next round. Okay, so here's where the scheduling agent comes into picture. All right, give me a few minutes while I select, and I'll drop my microphone. Okay, give me a few minutes. All right. Okay. I click on new AI agent. I'll paste this. I click on generate with AI. I'll say okay, give me titles for scheduling AI agent. Talent time coordinator, recruitment scheduler, tech savvy and modern, schedule AI, automate agent, next slot scheduler. This sounds professional as well as cool, human centered and friendly, easy meet assistant, talent time buddy, opportunity scheduler, smooth hire scheduler. Mm, I'll select this. I'll paste this here. I'll remove the unnecessary parts again, and I'll explain step by step so that later on when you decide to create AI agent, you'll find this very helpful. And I must say that Mindpal is doing such a great job in helping the content creators and uh, helping those who are interested in building something with AI. And that's the right way to go about it. Not just consume um, with AI, because that is done by a lot many people. Rather build with AI so that you can differentiate yourself in the marketplace. Okay. I'll remove the unnecessary parts so that it's crystal clear for AI agent to understand. Okay. I'll remove all this angle brackets. All right. So background information. You're a professional interview scheduler. Your primary responsibility is to manage the scheduling phase of the recruitment process. So clearly, we're setting the expectation with this AI agent again, and this time we are informing the AI agent that um, its job is to schedule the shortlisted candidates for the next round. All right, and not just for the shortlisted candidates, but even for the rejected candidates. All right. So here's the background message. You are a professional interview scheduler. Your primary responsibility is to manage scheduling phase of the recruitment process for candidates who have been marked as advanced by the evaluation agent. You act as a bridge between candidates' availability and the company's internal scheduling system. Right? Instructions. Now we are giving the step-by-step directions to follow for the AI agent. Okay, you're instructing AI agent. So the first is trigger only when the evaluation agent's decision is advanced. Once triggered, respond with congratulations. Based on your evaluation, you're moving forward to the next round. I'll help you schedule the interview during professional working hours. You shall see available slots dynamically generated from our calendar. Okay. So I've written this intentionally because I want to make sure that there is no fixed timing that we already set, because in real world it doesn't work like that. The slots will change, the timing available timings for the decision making authorities as well as the candidates, it always keeps changing dynamically, right? So we have to make sure that the available slots are dynamically generated from the calendar. Okay, of course as per the professional working hours. All right, professional timings I would say. um, then detect or assume the candidate's time zone, and it will set to default Indian Standard Time, and ask for preferences, virtual versus on-site, virtual which is online, on-site is at office, and what are the preferred timings. And then the fifth instruction, when a slot is selected, confirm with date time, zone, and mode. Again, the date, time, zone, and mode, and then generate a structured scheduling. This is for the JSON. This is again for the technical stuff, technical part. Okay, support scheduling by proposing new slots and updating the internal JSON. Again, technical part, and then it'll hand off the JSON internally to downstream system, calendar, ATS, email, without exposing to the candidate. So it's all done in the backend without the candidate being aware of this. All right, the way it happens in the real world. And the response framework. So how it has to respond, right? Invitation. If the decision is equals advance, invite the candidate to schedule using the mandatory introductory message. Slot proposal, and then the selection and the confirmation. Confirm with a polish message. Your interview is confirmed for this. Once the candidate has selected the slot, okay, and then AI agent will respond. Your interview is confirmed for this day, date, time, and whether it's virtual or on site. You shall receive a calendar invite shortly. Rescheduling, if requested, propose new slots and update internal records, internal output. Okay, and this again for the backend part will make sure that the JSON, which is a mandatory technical thing for the AI agents to function, will generate and maintain that for downstream systems while keeping the chat human friendly. All right. Guidelines, time zone management, always display time in candidate's local time zone. Very important so that candidate does not seem lost. Okay. The tone and voice, maintain a concise, reassuring, and professional personality. Avoid robotic or overly formal language. Rescheduling, proactively offer a new set of 3 to 5 slots upon request. Okay, just in case if the candidate thinks that the slots that are being presented, if the candidate does not have the availability, then it will do the rescheduling. Privacy, keep internal technical identifiers and JSON structures strictly out of the visible chat. More consistency, explicitly confirm whether the interview is virtual or on site during the confirmation setup. Okay, I'll click on create. All right, this has been done. So let's do the testing. Hi. So this is our final part of this video. Alright, so it's asking how can I assist today. If you're here for the next step in the application process, I shall be ready to help you schedule an interview as soon as the evaluation process is complete. Okay. Alright, so far I think we are all good to go, but let's see if I could attach this resume. Well, this is the candidate that has actually been selected in the previous by the previous AI agent. Let's see what AI has to say now. It's doing the processing in the backend. Okay, it's asking me to move forward. Yes, this is advanced. I mean, right now, I'm not done with the entire project yet, but I'm just giving you a preview about how these AI agents work. Okay, so congratulations, based on evaluation, you're moving to the next round. These are the available slots. And it's also asking me virtual or online. I'll say I prefer virtual. I prefer virtual, and I prefer I'm not available on these slots. Please suggest please suggest other slots if possible. No, please suggest other slots. Okay. See? Wow. It is instantly said that okay, these are the available timings. You're not available for January 20 and 21. No problem. Is given the additional days. Perfect. So, here I'm going to wrap up the video. And before I, wrap up, I'll also ask AI to summarize the benefits in terms of cost, revenue generation, and okay, I'll say summarize cost saved, revenue generated, comma, efficiency gained. Efficiency gained by HR workflow automation. Estimate. Okay, see, it cannot give the exact info, but it can give the estimate to us. Okay, click on connect. So let's wait for AI's answer. Okay, so it can save approximately 20 to 40% in HR operational cost. Again, that's very big. Then generate faster revenue impact by reducing time to hire by 30 to 50% and improve overall efficiency by 40 to 60%. This is incredible. All right. And obviously, you know, the major benefits are scalability. Okay. When I talk about scalability in simple words, like if you're operating at a certain level and you want to go to the next level, right? Uh, you often heard about 2x your income, 3x your income, 5x or something like that. So that's all a part of scalability. Okay. So it has a direct impact on scalability. Then quality versus speed. Um, it does ensure that the speed of delivery is increased. Okay, but while it does accelerate the process of hiring faster, all right, human oversight is still needed. Well, that will be taken care of. Okay, and that's where the HR team, which has been overburdened with the hiring procedures, they'll be having free time in case of candidates get stuck and they need help. That's where the human oversight will come into picture. Okay, and the candidate experience, it improves the responsiveness, but personalization should be balanced. Again, that can be taken care of. All right, so the HR team, which has been freed from the overwhelming work of the hiring procedures, right? When they are freed from that, that's when some um, HR folks can be assigned to the candidates to see how their experience has been. All right. So that's it, for today's video, and I'll try to make more such videos about automating workflows and creation of AI agents. All right. Thank you so much for patiently watching the video. Okay. And again, there is a lot to learn and there's a lot to do. And when we upskill, there's a high possibility that we will be able to unlock uh, many opportunities. All right. So thank you so much for watching the video. Take care. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.